I want to ask some questions. Do you understand what a parable is? How do you, if in your language, if somebody is speaking in parable, do you know what a parable is? Sambingay. Okay. How many of the children of this generation understands? Yes. Do parents still make use of parable to speak to their children?
No.
No.
No. Okay. Why?
We don't know.
No.
You know, when we are growing up, one of the things that made us to be very wise is the use of parable by our parents and the elderly ones. Sometimes they will want to teach you something, but they will not speak straight. They will use parable or proverb to say that thing to you. And in honesty, sometimes when they say it to you, my father was very fond of that. He would just say one parable, and he would leave you to think for 2 years. But it was actually very wonderful. Because growing up, those parables began to make meaning to us. Those proverbs starts making meaning to us. Sometimes they will use the things, common things around to speak. That actually made us wise. That is why Jesus will always speak to his disciples, speak to us in parable. I think we have a long way. If I spend more time in the Philippines, I just know when I finish my studies, I will have more time with our youths, our children. Because so many things are going wrong. Our children are losing focus. They are losing respect for the elderly ones. You know, I think something happened today in the class. It might look common, but I actually use it to teach. It started with, we were trying to use an elevator, because my class this morning, I started with the 9th floor. So 2 of the teachers who were supposed to teach us in the class were to enter the elevator. Normally, the young ones are supposed to allow the elderly ones. That is the normal thing. You don't need to rub shoulders with the elderly. So when I said, Mom, it's okay, you can. And I said, students, we are supposed to give these teachers the chance. That is the normal thing. And they were looking at me. It is simple courtesy. It's very simple, but this is something that we should learn. Even the younger generations. You see your teachers, you don't even greet. You just pass. And I know most of our children do that. They wake up in the morning, they don't even greet. Things are going wrong. It is not normal. The generation is getting worse and bad and bad and bad and bad. That is what we need to talk about in the gospel reading. That's why Jesus will tell us they have eyes but they cannot see. Do you know what it means to have eye then you are not seeing? Do you know what it means to have eye and your ears are not seeing? Imagine, are you seeing me? It's possible you're not still seeing me. Your eyes can be open, but you're not seeing. You know, If you have seen somebody who is, let me just use the literal understanding, somebody who is blind. There are people that are blind, their eyes are open but they're not seeing.
Yes.
It happens to us spiritually. Spiritual blindness. That we are blind to a lot of things. We are blind to the world. We are blind to so many things, that vices. We are blind to these things. And all of these things affect us spiritually and physically. They affect us. They really affect us. We should be more concerned with the spiritual self rather than the physical. So the heart is very important. Let me ask another question. Do you understand when Jesus says, those who have will be given more, but if those who don't even have, even what they have will be taken away from them? Do you understand that? So what is Jesus saying? What is God saying? That even though you don't even have, imagine somebody he doesn't have, and that which he doesn't have will also be taken away. Is that okay? Of course, we cannot interpret it in a human way. It is the heart through which we receive the message of God. Because if you have a good heart to receive the message of God, you will grow more spiritually. That is what it means. Those who have, you already have the heart to receive the gospel. You already have the heart to do the right thing. You already have the heart to follow Jesus more closely. He will also give you more. But those whose hearts are closed, those who don't even want to pray, they don't care about the things of life, their heart is closed. That is the worst punishment somebody can give to himself or herself. I tell you, that is the worst punishment. I was trying to talk to some of my classmates today, and I told them, very soon, you will graduate as a pharmacist. But do you have the will to survive? I said, you don't have the will to survive. You can